Daeing It Oorselves is a family-run hardware business that sells timber. We offer key cutting and just general hardware, ironmongery and tools. My name is Helena McClay and I'm the owner of Daeing It Oorselves hardware store in Daeing. Daeing It Oorselves stands out because I think we offer a very personalised service to each and every customer that comes in. They're treated as individuals. We help them solve their problems. We advise them if they're wanting to do a job in a certain way and possibly it's not the correct way that they should be doing it. So we offer them friendly advice and guide them in the right direction. Almost 50 years ago, when we started Daeing It Oorselves, it was just my mum, my dad and my brother that worked in the shop. I kidded on I worked in the shop, but I was only 3.5, so I was kind of limited as to what I could do. Over the years, it has expanded from the tiny shop that we started off in Queen Street in Daeing, and I still remember clearly the old shop in the other side of town. It was very, very small, quite dark and dingy, and the shelves were all along one side with the counter along the other side of the shop. It was a long, narrow shop. We moved up to Tomamoyd Road in 1971 and we bought what was the Oxfam shop, and it had a workshop downstairs. A couple of years later, the shop next door to us was up for sale and it was a doctor's surgery. So my family purchased that shop, and then over the years we added another shop at the opposite side and 4 workshops to the rear of the building as well. Maybe about 7 or 8 years ago we had to change the shop front due to the fact that the timber round about the windows was getting old, it was getting rotten, and the most economical and the most sensible way of doing it was to replace it with a modern shop front. But that's where the modernness stops, at the shop front. One of the best things that your customers can say to you is when they come into the shop, they say, "It smells like a hardware shop should." It's organised chaos. We have no rhyme or reason for where things are on the shelves. But our customers like that. They don't want uniformity, and it's the way they remember it from years gone by, and that's the way we want to keep it. My favourite memories over the years from working in the shop are mainly meeting customers that have become friends. They take an interest in your life and you've obviously taken an interest in theirs.
I've been a joiner now for approximately 17, 18 years. I've been in the building trade for approximately 20, 21 years. My name is Gavin and I'm a joiner. Probably been using the shop for about 20 years approximately. Granted it is a business, but through time these people become your friends as well. So you'd like to sort of help them out. I continue to shop here because I know where I am in here. Example, if I buy materials from here and there's an issue with it, there's no problems with me taking it back. They'll take on board what the issue is, how it can be resolved, and they would help me resolve it. Whereas if I went to one of the bigger companies, granted they might take it back, but they wouldn't be as helpful, they wouldn't inquire as to why, how it would be resolved, etc. It's more personal here, so that's why I like to come here.
We now employ 3 full-time workers and we have 7 part-time workers, and they're all very much part of the family. We had a lady who decided it was time to retire at 80 years old. She had been with us for 25 years, and in that space of time we got to see her family grow up and have children of their own, and she got to see our family growing up and having children. My children have grown up with one of my closest friends who started out as a staff member. They've grown up with her children, and to say that they're like brother and sisters to each other is an understatement. And that's the way we look at it. Our staff don't work for us, they work with us. We couldn't function without them. And that is where the happiest memories come from, is the times that you share with them.
As for hearing from the shop's always been there. It's always somewhere. Even if you weren't going to the shop, you would drive past it, your eyes always sort of caught by it from the window displays or people coming in and out. the tunnel where people travel down to the back to the timber yard. So you'd see it just in passing. This is somewhere that's always been there. You know, it'd look strange if it wasn't, to be honest.
What's your thoughts on your two sons going off and doing their own things?
My sons have chosen different paths, and that's entirely up to them what they want to do. I fully support them. I had the option when I was younger. My mum and dad asked me what I wanted to do, and from a very early age all I wanted to do was to work in the shop with my mum and dad and brother. If we hadn't had the business, then it would have been a different matter, but Daeing It Oorselves has always been in my family, and I hope to continue that for many years to come.